Okay. We're live, Greg.
Okay. Call the meeting to order of the Environmental Services Committee meeting for February the 11th. Declarations of pecuniary interest.
Unknown.
Okay. We have no delegations. The prior meeting minutes were approved at the last council meeting. Is there any business arising from those minutes? Anybody? Okay.
No.
Let's see, and file those. The health and safety report. The continuation of all the concerns regarding egress and mold. And we'll go through Jay's monthly.
So nothing new.
We'll go through Jay's monthly report.
The same time as this one did. There's not much to it.
I can be somewhere right after.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jake, please. Thank you.
All right. So updates from previous month, as far as the digester goes, we're continuing to work with contractors and others to try to get a path forward on that project and try to see if we can get it completed. Work management, so staff, we have 3 full-time employees with 1 employee on leave. I'm continuing to look at some staffing solutions to ensure that we have some reliable coverage in place to make sure we meet the requirements of the department. Training, all of our staff are working to achieve the required training hours to maintain or gain higher license certification. As we talked about in the past, it's going to be a little bit more difficult with the shortage of staff to get the training for 2025. So we may have to do additional training in 26, 27 to play catch up on some of that, but we do have a 3-year period to get the required training. All of our health and safety training is being completed as per the village matrix through the health and safety coordinator. Certifications, all the staff have the required certifications to operate under the regulations, and I continue to encourage staff to set goals to obtain higher certification. Treatment plant, the plant maintenance is completed and tracked through the mesh work order system. The remote facilities continue to have routine maintenance and general housekeeping work done on a regular scheduled basis. The administration building, those are issues that are identified in the health and safety reports and ongoing. A new administration building, we have received tender documents back for that. We have reviewed them with the CIO and myself, and we are looking to have a meeting to discuss that and look how we're going to move. If we're going to move forward, how we're going to move forward with this project. There's been a couple things came up that need to be worked on. Manager's office roof and ceiling are continuing to leak. We're still collecting water through buckets, and obviously we, as discussed, we can't really do anything with that. A lot of it is dependent on the repair of the digesters, so then they can fix the actual where the leaks are coming in. Inspections, I don't have any inspections to report on for this period. Wastewater infrastructure, all the road assets are in good working condition to the best of our knowledge. There was a sewer clean out and some lateral work done on Michigan Ave. Badger's been brought in to perform some lateral sewer cable work in the area. We do think that there may be some underlying issues that could potentially be from when Michigan Ave was redone. I think it was 2013-ish, something like that. Well, we seem to have a few issues similar to what we had in the storm system back in 2017. So we're getting the camera work done to try to see if we can confirm any of this. Inspections, audits and reports, currently working on all the 2024 annual reports for the Ministry of the Environment. And as well as we have done our desktop BWQMS audit. And we will have our re-accreditation audit in March, where they'll actually be, the auditors will be on site. So I'm working on getting prepared for that. Stormwater infrastructure, I continue to work with Tormont Cat on the replacement of the 2 diesels and a stationary backup at the Bayview pump station. We had a meeting last week. We had 2 reps from Tormont and fuel company come in that would take care of the actual fuel regulation part of it. So they reviewed the sites, reviewed what we've been given from the previous salesman that's no longer with Tormont. And they are working at getting all the information reviewed, and then they're gonna submit updated information and pricing back to me.
Catch basin repair list. What's the next?
I think I skipped over the drinking water infrastructure, did I? Yes, I did. Sorry. All the assets are currently in operational working condition and tracked in the mesh work order system. We're just waiting to move forward in the spring with St. Clair Street project. I have got a scheduled meeting with the public works manager, the CAO, and the treasurer to discuss future village infrastructure capital projects and develop a 5 to 10 year capital plan for the village. This will be part of many meetings to also review the village infrastructure condition within the asset management plan. And our goal is to start these meetings in April and basically have a completed plan for our 2026 capital budget. Start moving forward with that. Catch basin repair list. Any new items, we just continue to add and take care of it as required. Storm sewer repairs required on Michigan Ave. Dauber Engineering is continuing to work on the project. And they have submitted since the last drawings. We've met to review them, the village has, and I've forwarded all the drawings to the county for their comments. So they should be getting back to us shortly on that. And then once we have their comments, we'll be able to give direction to Dobbins as to whether or not we're ready to have them send it out for tender. And yes, so I'm currently working on the 2025 capital budget for the stormwater system. Vehicles and equipment, all the vehicles and equipment are well maintained and in safe operating condition. That being said, the 2015 pickup truck required a transmission rebuild, which has been completed at a cost of $6,900. This will affect the operating budget for the GL account, as this was an unforeseen expense, and it's used up approximately 81% of our 2025 operating budget already. So basically, I'm advising that we will have to go over budget on that account, because that is the annual safeties, the fuel, all the maintenance required on 3 vehicles. Unfortunately, we couldn't do anything as far as warranty, because the truck is, even though there is a history of problems with that transmission, because we're 10 years old, it obviously wouldn't qualify for any kind of warranty or help through GM. Health and safety, ongoing issues which have been identified in the health and safety reports. Security, nothing to bring forward on that. Capital budget, BM Ross was contacted by email and a request to get an update on the capacity study. We have been sent a draft report and currently reviewing that draft report to get comments back to them. So we have seen some progress since our last meeting. 2025 operating capital budget was approved. And myself and staff are working on many of the capital items to ensure that we get them done and completed in 25. No community feedback, no upcoming events, and no closing comments.
Questions, Mary Ann?
I'm just, I assume that. This truck repair was reviewed. Well, that's a lot of money to spend on a 10-year-old truck.
It's only got 36,000.
Okay, that's all I,
Like I said, if it would have
Yeah.
happened 5 years, they would have covered their warranty, but because. We are keeping the truck itself is actually in great condition.
okay,
I know we have discussed it and I've asked about their asset management. Says that we're gonna replace vehicles every 7 years. Like I said, we have 36,000 kilometers on it. Looking at the actual condition of the truck, it's. Most people think it's, a year or two.
yeah,
old.
well, that's all I just needed to know that
And
there's some kind of rationale,
yeah,
because it
without
just seems like a
fixing
lot,
it, we just. Will. Be a $50,000, $60,000 replacement,
or a use,
I guess.
like in a hurry, like if,
Yeah.
but anyway, that's fine, I just needed to understand.
First, I think it was the best option.
Yeah.
They fixed the problem. Mr. Transmission did it. They explained why they go, like why these transmissions had problems. They've done hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And they've changed what needed to be changed, so it doesn't happen again. So we
Thank you.
should be able to get 5 to 10 years out of
Well,
that truck.
that's good news. Thank you.
I was gonna ask similar question, because like we spent probably half the value of the truck repairing it, but I'm just saying, please don't come to us in 5 years to replace it.
No, and only that truck, the value of that truck. You still look at, to go buy that truck with that mileage and the conditions in, that truck's still a $40,000 truck. It's a 3/4 ton. It's an expensive truck.
Yeah.
To replace that truck with a new 3/4 ton, we'd be looking at. Probably with
Mhm.
$80,000.
Yep. Oh, good, as I say, as long as we understand that it's not up for.
No,
And then in asset management, I've heard other managers comment on our 7-year vehicle lifespan. That's just a number that's been put into asset management, right? And it's not the gospel to,
no,
Right.
yeah,
it's
okay.
just- And that's the thing, you get,
Never used that.
Because with our mileage, the low
Yeah.
mileage we put on all our vehicles, I assume we would extend to almost double that, probably is.
And how well they're maintained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys take care of
Yeah.
them, the gals.
and that's why I fixed it, because there's. I'm really that
Yeah.
truck will be around for.
No, it's
for
good, I
quite
just
some
wanted to
time. And
understand.
it's the one we use for plowing, and it does
Uh-huh.
have snowball on it. So therefore, if we were to trade it, we'd have to buy new mounts for the plows or. That's another
It
solution for
was the
snow.
right decision.
I know it was unfortunate, but
Is it a Chevy?
Yeah.
Now, often Chevy and them will do Goodwill. Did we investigate that at all?
no,
Okay,
I know that the mileage is down, it's the fact that it's 10 years old.
okay, all right. Any other questions then?
No.
Mary Ann? Okay. I have one more, but I can't.
There's nothing on the agenda anyway.
I thought I had
Oh,
one question
sorry.
about the-
I understand.
The problem on Michigan Avenue, that's in here, right? What happened there?
So
Because you've been there a couple times recently.
we had a blockage at that particular residence a number of years ago, we put the clean out in. Everything was camera, so they've had another blockage. We couldn't get the camera through in like from the property line out to the sanitary, sorry. Couldn't get the camera through, we tried to get a flusher through, actually got the flusher stuck. That's why we come back and excavate the next day as we couldn't clear it. So once we did get it dug up, there are some issues. We're thinking that the pipes separated. There was issues with storm pipes directly in that exact location in the road back a few years ago where there's a bunch of connections. That's why we have the cameras out now. We're doing all the lateral lines from the main line into the property line. To see if there could be potential damage from the construction or something that these pipes are.
Is the main itself got dirt in it?
The main,
Gravel?
they're cameraing it today.
Okay.
It was
they're not sure
flushed,
yet.
so when we did all the flushing, there
Hmm.
wasn't an issue, it was flushed, it was cameraed. Back last year for the asset management work,
Mhm.
but to find out, we have to get them, so they're on Michigan now with the camera.
Is that Badger? Is that what they do? Yeah, they're right at the end of Kendall, and I went to get some lunch.
So I'm gonna go a couple blocks and then revisit, depending on the cost. I might try to see if I can get them to do some of the storm laterals as well, just to verify whether there's any other issues like we had previously with where the started missing, but then we had to do that thing repair. Just to try to build a plan for maybe some in the future if we have to.
And then my other question relates to Michigan Ave, in particular Alberts, and how we're progressing. And am I to understand that you're sort of leading the whole Michigan Ave project, like with the bump outs and everything all at once? Is that what we're planning?
Yeah, so we're planning on doing three intersections, so it'll be Livingston and the sewer work.
Yeah.
In front of Alberts, Monk Street and
Alfred.
all at once.
Okay.
In one contract.
Okay,
So we got the drawings, we reviewed the drawings, the county, like I said, they're reviewing them right now as we speak. Once we have their comments, as long as they don't have any concerns, then basically the project's ready to go out for tender. Dom's just waiting to hear back that we're happy and the county's happy with what they provided.
is the design still similar to what Paradigm sort of pitched with the types and size of the bump out tube?
They use the paradigm, we gave them a copy of the report and they're using that report to do the design.
Okay. And they understand that the work at Livingston would be first and
Yeah.
be done before.
Yeah, so
Summer.
we're pushing, the biggest concern is the county doesn't want us doing any asphalt until it can be repaired right away. So we are gonna get out to tender, we want it to be ready to go, but we still have to wait until we have a supply of asphalt before we can start ripping the road up.
Gotcha. They don't want us to put a temporary gravel or anything like that.
If we do temporary, we'd have to put a whole sacrificial down, which would be significantly more expensive to pave it and then rip it back up. That's why we didn't do it in the fall. If we didn't get proper asphalt, we were gonna have to do a sacrificial asphalt, and we would have increased the cost significantly.
And is the county's reasoning for that just because it's a busy thoroughfare and they don't want that, or is that just their preference?
That's their preference, they don't want any work done on asphalt after the asphalt season, basically. So once the temperatures get cold, they want to ensure that when asphalt's put back in place, it's all done at, the proper temperatures and as the product, the ground isn't frozen and everything like that, for the compaction and everything else. So,
Okay, anything else then, it popped up, Mary Ann, while we were? Okay, so, we'll receive and file your environmental service report. Thank you for all the details and the thoroughness. And I'll get into the financial statements. Any questions or comments? Handful?
Because there's nothing in
Okay.
There's not much.
there. Sorry, there's not much. Oh, sorry.
You called me
His
out.
is different,
not
because
having
he's
opened
already
it.
done a budget, right? The other
Yeah.
one's, the budget's not done yet, so it's like 1 to 0. You're in a different situation.
Okay, so if there's not any new business at all then? No, nope, yes,
I just want to say we're gonna go after this meeting into a building committee
Mhm.
meeting. And just so the public knows this meeting is taking place, but it's an in-camera matter, so it won't be
Yep.
televised.
so I'll
it is
adjourn this one, then
different.
open the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so we will adjourn this meeting of the Environmental Services Committee. The next one will be held on Tuesday, March 11th at 1 p.m. here in these council chambers. You're more than welcome to join us. Motion to adjourn, Mayor Hand?